One of the things that I thought was striking about this film is us being able to see how passionately you have been fighting for this for 25 years now. 25 years about something that there is now clear evidence of, and still there are people that insist there's no such thing as climate change.
Yeah.
Do you ever reach a point where you just kind of feel like, okay, I'm tired?
No. I'm so committed to this. It's a privilege to have work that feels as if it justifies every bit of energy you can pour into it. And the stakes are so high, and so many people are now engaged in trying to solve this. I'm very optimistic, but the fact that we're not yet solving this fast enough makes me want to do ever more.
Are you hoping to convince the unconvinced with this film?
Well, this movie is for everyone, and actually it is changing some minds, I'm happy to say. But Mother Nature is pretty persuasive, and every night now on the news is like a nature hike through the book of Revelation, and people are connecting the dots on their own. Unfortunately, a lot of the large carbon polluters are using the playbook from the tobacco companies years ago and spending a lot of money to put out pseudoscience and to try to create false doubts. But people are seeing through that. And this movie leaves people hopeful, but with an increased sense of urgency.
It wasn't the ending of a film that you had intended it to be. The current president rewrote the ending to some degree. I know how I felt that day when I was watching his announcement. What went through your mind?
Well, I was really worried that other countries would use Trump's decision to pull out of Paris as an excuse to pull out themselves. But I was relieved and very happy when right away the entire rest of the world redoubled their commitment to the Paris Agreement. And here at home, Governor Inslee and Governor Brown in California and so many governors and a huge number of mayors and business leaders stepped up to say, we're still in the Paris Agreement. And it looks as if the U.S. is going to meet our commitments under the Paris Agreement regardless of Trump.
Right, they created their own, the U.S. Climate Alliance.
Right.
Started here in Washington State. Will there be a third inconvenient film? Is this sort of like The Empire Strikes Back, and that there's going to be a third film?
Well, I'm still waiting for this film to open in Seattle this Friday. And I hope that a decade from now, we'll be able to look back on the preceding 10 years and say, okay, we really crossed the political tipping point. People are on side, we're moving, we're going to solve this, and there's no need for a third installment. This is our home.